Okay, if you're a professional, you're probably feeling the pressure. AI tools are just everywhere, popping up every single day, and it's almost impossible to know where to even begin. So in this explainer, we're going to give you a simple, practical guide to help you choose the right AI tool for your actual work. Let's dive in.
Right? This is the command we're all hearing from our bosses, from industry leaders, from basically everywhere. And let's be real, it's not really a suggestion anymore, it's an expectation. The message couldn't be clear. You gotta adopt AI or you risk getting left behind.
And that's the real challenge, isn't it? It's one thing to hear, go use AI, but it's a whole other thing to wade through this sea of apps, all promising they're going to completely revolutionize your workflow. How do you find the one that actually delivers?
And that brings us to this huge problem of AI tool overload. Look, it's so tempting to just chase the latest hype, download whatever's trending. But when it comes to professional work, more options definitely doesn't mean better results.
And here's the hard truth. A one-size-fits-all approach to AI, it's just a recipe for frustration. A fantastic tool for a marketer might be totally useless for an accountant. So the very first step isn't about finding a tool. It's about changing your mindset.
Exactly. Before you even think about opening the App Store or reading a single review, you really need to reframe your whole approach to this. So what does that actually look like?
Well, this slide shows the two different paths you can take. The common approach is reactive, right? You see what's popular, you follow the hype, and then you try to shoehorn that tool into your work. But the smart approach is proactive. You start with your workflow, you identify your specific problem, and then you go looking for a solution.
This analogy just nails it. Think about it. You wouldn't buy a random piece of heavy machinery just because it's popular, would you? No way. You'd evaluate its function, its cost, and how it fits with the equipment you already have. We need to treat AI software with that same practical, common sense approach. So how do you actually do that? How do you apply this mindset? Well, you can use a super simple, repeatable framework. Let's walk through a 4-question checklist that you can use for any AI tool you're thinking about. First things first, forget the flashy features and the slick branding for a minute. Ask yourself, what specific pain point in my day-to-day work am I trying to fix? And be really specific here. A clear problem is going to lead you to a clear solution.
Maybe you spend hours drafting the same kind of reports every single week. Or maybe scheduling meetings across a dozen different time zones is a total nightmare. Or hey, maybe you're just drowning in supplier data. These are real, tangible problems, and that is exactly where you have to start.
All right, on to question number 2. And honestly, this one is a biggie. So you've found a tool that looks like it solves your problem. That's great. But is it going to play nice with the software and the processes you already live in every single day?
Here's the bottom line. A new tool should feel like a helping hand, not another headache. If you have to completely overhaul your entire workflow just to use a new app, it's creating more problems than it's solving. Seamless integration is absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, question 3. Every single AI tool has a slick demo that makes it look like pure magic. But a demo is not your real work environment. You have to see how this thing performs under the real-world pressure of your actual projects and your deadlines.
And this is exactly how smart teams do it. They don't just watch a cool video and then buy a subscription for the whole company. No, they run a small, controlled pilot test. They measure the impact. Did it actually save us time? Did it improve the quality of our work? And then they refine their process before even thinking about a company-wide rollout.
And finally, our 4th question forces us to look beyond the sticker price. That monthly subscription fee, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the true cost of bringing on a new tool.
This table just breaks it down perfectly. The true cost includes all the hours your team is going to spend learning the new software, the cost of any support you might need, and, this is a big one, the potential loss in productivity while everyone's getting up to speed. A cheaper tool can very easily become the most expensive one if it's a pain to learn and use.
So there you have it, your 4 essential questions. What's my problem? Does it integrate? Have I actually tested it? And what's the true cost? Keep this little checklist in your back pocket and you'll be miles ahead of the curve.
Now, when you follow this kind of deliberate process, something really powerful happens. AI stops being this shiny new distraction and instead becomes a genuine, valuable part of your professional toolkit. And this is the ultimate goal, right? What we call an AI partnership. It's that sweet spot where the technology fits so seamlessly into how you already work that it feels like a natural extension of your own skills, just helping you get your goals done faster and better.
And I want you to let this one sink in, because it might be the most important takeaway of all.
This whole narrative about AI replacing people, it's missing the point. The real story is about AI enhancing the work of professionals who are smart and strategic about the tools they choose to use. So, at the end of the day, always remember this. You and your expertise are at the center of your work. The technology should be serving you, not the other way around. Choose tools that amplify your skills and your judgment, not tools that force you to work around their limitations.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about for your own work. What criteria matter most for you when you're picking an AI tool? Is it cost? Is it how easy it is to use? Or is it raw functionality? Knowing your answer to that is the first step toward building your own perfect AI partnership. Thanks for tuning in.